What's going on, everyone? Jake here. No, been gone for a little bit. About, I think 3 months or so was my last video. Um, I've just been busy, and honestly, I had some more trouble with my phone again. This phone that I have, they don't, a lot of new phones nowadays, they don't have where you can put in an SD card anymore. They just have internal memory, and that's all you get. So I had to buy this little USB thing that plugs in, and it's only like this big, little tiny thing, but it plugs in, and I can, transfer pictures and videos and everything over there. So I have more room on my phone to make more videos. So I had to go through and do that again. But anyways, um, so today I'm sitting in my one of my recent purchases. Um, you'll know by the title of the video, it's a 1990 Miata MX-5. Um, So I ended up with this car because the place that I've lived here over a year now. Um, but when I first moved in here, it's a great big community here. There's all kinds of houses in here, and just down and around the corner, this car sat in a driveway for quite a while. I never really saw the car move. And anyways, I've been looking at it. I've known about it since I moved in here over a year ago, and so there's a lot of other cars around, like broke down cars, because I do a lot of scrap vehicles, and so I kind of drive around. I've got kind of in my head where all these junk cars are, but there's also a Facebook page for the community here, so I post every once in a while. Looking to buy, paying cash for junk cars, and nobody ever really gets a hold of me about it. But anyways, I was about to, because this car had then it sat in a driveway for a while, but then it had gotten moved across the street into like some parking spaces, and it was sitting over there with a flat tire, and it hadn't moved. Like I say, I had never seen the car move other than out of the driveway and into a parking spot. Um, anyway, so I was about to make a separate post and be like, hey, does anyone know the owner of this car? And I recently just posted again, buying scrap cars. Like I'll post it every few months. I'll throw it up and see if I get it. Anyone wants to sell a car. But anyways, so like I said, I was thinking about making a separate post to see who owned that car, and I get a message from a guy, about my scrap car post, and he goes, "Hey, you want to buy this Miata?" And he sends me a picture of it. And I said, funny enough, I've been wondering what the deal was with that and who owned it. And I was like, yeah, I want to buy it. And he told me $250, which I was like, heck yeah, I was all over it. And so I went and got it. It doesn't have seats, and it doesn't have a steering wheel. I'm currently on the search for those. I kind of want to do aftermarket, nice aftermarket wheel, and maybe some racing bucket style seats. Look nice in it. But I'm finding out that they're pretty pricey, a few $100. So I'd have to save up for those. But anyways, so what we did, I met him up over here, and so I put some, you'll see him here in a minute, I put some vice grips on the steering wheel studs sticking out so we could turn it, and I just slowly flat towed it over to my place, and where it's been sitting for the last couple days. And I played around with it a little bit. It does run. He said it ran, but I didn't try to start it while we were there or anything. But the next day I threw a battery in it, and it fires right up. It runs good. He said it's supposed to drive. So it runs and drives. It's the stick shift. I don't know if they made these automatics or not, but it is a 5-speed. And so he said it's supposed to run and drive, but he said the clutch isn't the best. So he gave me a bunch of new parts for this, and included with that is a new clutch. So probably eventually, if I hang on to it, and I kind of want to hang on to it. My girl wants me to hang on to it. So I might. I'm in it so cheap that it wouldn't hurt. I could throw a few $100 in it, make it how I want it, and it'd be a cool car. But anyways, enough talking. Let me show you around it here. Well, I might as well just start inside, since that's where I already am. I'm sitting on the floor because, like I say, there are no seats. So starting off, it's got this nice roll bar in it. It seems to be professionally mounted and everything. I mean, it shakes the whole car when you grab onto it. It is 5 speeds, got a nice, decent radio in it. And here's the fancy steering wheel for the time being. Somebody took and painted some stuff white along with this and these, which I think look nice. I might change them. Let's say if I hold on to it, I might paint them a different color. I kind of like blue, like an ice blue or a cobalt blue. It's my favorite color, so I might change them over to that. It's got these 2 switches here. I'm not sure what they do. I thought maybe they were for the headlights, but they're not. And then we've got stickers here. Little center console storage. You know, I haven't looked in the glove box at all. Insurance paper. Car's from Ohio. And down here we have a bunch of these plastics here. I don't know why they were taken off. And then I think I'm missing this piece altogether, so I'll have to find that. I don't think it's down there. Oh, maybe it's right there. It's busted up in a bunch of pieces. Okay. I'll have to figure that out. But anyways, not too much going on in here, so let's hop out of it. Oh. So here it is. It's got a stripe. I'm guessing it's it looks like a factory stripe. It's got this one different wheel. It's different than the other ones. The other 3 are this shiny silver, although I do have one more of these that I'm probably going to put on this side, because this tire, it's also missing a fender. The fender that was on here was all smashed up. He took it off. But anyways, this tire is flat, and I'm not even going to attempt to put air in it. So I was just going to go ahead and put this other matching black wheel on the front. But it does have clear coats coming off in quite a few places. The top's in really nice shape, other than this has a crack in it, which, you know, all convertible cars do that. And also it's come undone around in this corner here. I'm not sure if I can fix that or if I gotta replace the whole thing. Looks like it does have some rips. It's got just a cheap eBay wing on it, which I don't care. I like the looks of it. I say it is from Ohio. Kid said he bought it there and drove it here. No issues. It does have, the underneath is, I think, pretty clean, but the rockers are pretty much gone on it. And I noticed it looks like there's some body filler back here. There's this big dent here. I'm just gonna try and get in behind it and pop it out. I don't know if I can or not. But yeah. So anyways, let me I'll pop the hood here. So I've never had one of these. I've always kind of thought they're kind of neat. Never owned one. So this is under the hood. It's pretty clean. It's got a cold air intake on it. And a header. Although if you look down there, I don't know if you can see, that's where the exhaust ends. It's right under the firewall. So it is pretty obnoxiously loud. So I'm probably not going to start it. Anyways, I think it has adjustable coilovers. I'm not for sure, but I noticed it's got these adjustable knobs in front and back. You can see them there. Maybe they're not. Those don't look like anything fancy. There's some kind of adjustment on them though. Not sure. I don't know about all this kind of stuff. And then it's got fancy LED headlights, which it looks like a lot of the Miata guys use those headlights in their cars. I'm gonna stick a battery in it and you can check them out. So yeah, they say it's got these real nice, really bright headlights in it with the rings around them. And they say I see, looking at Miata builds, it looks like a lot of people use these same headlights in them, so they must be pretty good. So yeah, I haven't turned them on at night, so I don't really know how bright they are, but I did have to do one thing with this. I'll show you now. So yeah, I couldn't resist making it do the wink, and literally all I did for that was just unplug this side motor so this one wouldn't go down. So, pretty simple actually. But if you do it that way, I know they make special kits that'll make it work or whatever. Because if you do it this way, then obviously you got to keep your headlights up all the time. Or that one will be down all the time when the headlights are off. But anyways, let's say they make kits that make it so it works properly without unplugging stuff and all that. I might look into that in the future. Well, anyways, that's really about it. That's the car. It's not too much to show since it's so little. But I did just notice too in the trunk, there's some there's some A-arms in here. And that one, it looks like a rear probably, so I don't know. We got something special going on there. Can't really see. I mean, they don't look like aftermarket stuff, so I'm not sure if they've been changed out or not. So I'd have to take the wheel off and get a better look. I'm wondering too why, unless they did it on purpose, but I noticed the rear wheels have that, we call it camber, I guess, stance, whatever. And this one's got it a lot further than the other one, which they probably did that on purpose, but wondering why they didn't do the fronts. But anyways, so yeah, if I hang on to it, I'd like to look into putting a turbo on it eventually, and I'd also like to look into getting a wide body kit, because I like the looks of that on these. Been looking at those a bit. Yeah, let's say for the seats and wheel, I'd like to get something, kind of the style of what are they called? I can't even think of what the brand is. There's a few different brands that make the fancy padded racing seats and fancy racing steering wheel. But I'd like to look into something like that, because a lot of people are telling me, just put factory seats and factory wheel back in it. But I don't know. I'd like the look of aftermarket stuff. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you think. So these are the parts that he gave me with it. This, I think, is all just brakes. Brake pads, EBC brakes. Not sure what's special about them, if anything. And then this is replacement mirror glass for the passenger one. It's missing. Rear main seal. And then here's the clutch. Not sure what it is, if it's a special one or just kind of a stock one. It comes with the install tool, that's good. And yeah, while you're in doing the clutch, might as well do the rear main, because it's right there. And then, yeah, these are just rotors. Again, from PVC. Oh, okay. So it looks like they're little slotted ones. I guess that's what you'd call them. There's another one in there. So I've got those for front and rear. I've never seen painted ones like that. April 21, so they're brand new a year ago. That's the, I'm guessing, the part number, or model number, if anyone wants to look it up. So that's all that's in there. And then this is a brand new catback exhaust he bought for it. Actually just scrapped the other exhaust today because it was already pulled off and it was junk, but this one's brand new, nice and shiny. But, and then new wipers as well, wiper blades. So it looks like this has all the gaskets and everything with it. Just bolts all together. So looks pretty nice. And that's from, looks like One Motoring. So, and then there's that other matching black wheel I told you about earlier that somebody fit these little tires onto and widened them out. So yeah, that's all that. Alright, so I climbed underneath it in the back and it looks like it does in fact have coilovers. Pretty sure. If I'm wrong, correct me. But that's what it's got all the way around. So let me know what you think, guys. Do you like the car? You know, what should I do to it? Should I keep it and build it, or should I get rid of it ASAP? I think I can maybe get a couple grand out of it as it sits. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at other ones for sale. You know what people are asking for them. They're around in that range. But I don't know. I kind of would like to keep it and build it. Seems like a pretty simple car to work on since it's so little. There's not a whole lot to it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Like it if you enjoyed it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And have a good one.